Plaintiff Jimmy Mendoza was friends with the defendant, and he claims they bonded over the fact that they both like to date sugar daddies. Jimmy claims while living together, the defendant called the police and falsely accused him of pulling a knife on her, and he's suing her for unreturned property and lost wages. Defendant Jada Laverne says after moving in with Jimmy, he became controlling and a violent drunk. Jada claims as a result of his temper, she was forced to file a restraining order against him, and she denies owing Jimmy for anything.
All right, start with you.
Okay, so I met Jada earlier this year. We were introduced to each other by a mutual friend. Jada and I immediately connected and bonded because we had so much things in common, but I think our most common denominator was that we both dating sugar daddies. So basically, after moving in with Jada, I started
How much you getting?
I'm sorry?
How much are you getting? Sugar daddy, by definition, mean they're giving sugar out and about money. You getting over $2,000 a month? What you getting?
Well, my sugar daddy turned into a Splenda daddy. So I was with him for 4 years, and I ended up actually leaving that relationship.
But how much were you getting when you
I was getting a $5,000 monthly allowance at one point.
All right.
And I was also getting perks like traveling around the world.
Okay.
And, yeah.
He was rich, it sounds like.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's actually a lawyer.
Okay. How much were you getting?
$5,000 to $10,000 a month.
You had a rich sugar daddy too? Okay. Go ahead.
So we started colliding with each other, just like arguing, and it escalated one day when I got a knock at my door, my bedroom door, and I was greeted by police officers who then handcuffed me and claimed that I had threatened Jada and our other friend with a knife.
What had you all fallen out about at that?
Well, basically, our other friend was supposed to be living with us, and she never moved in with us. Even though her name was on the lease, I told Jada that if she didn't remove...
Prior to that, you all had a good relationship?
Well, yes.
Okay. Before we go into the specifics of the property, let me ask her to give some background.
I met Jimmy through a mutual friend. He was always a really good friend to me, and we both didn't have family in LA, and we really bonded over that. And we decided to move in together, and that's when I feel like he changed. He started to get a little bit controlling. Sometimes when he would drink, he would get violent, and so I had my friend come after I got a restraining order.
Why did you have to get a restraining order?
Because the whole knife thing, I wasn't involved with that, but...
The knife had something to do with, sounds like, with the property he's referring to. No?
No.
The knife happened before the property issue?
That's correct, Your Honor. Our most common denominator was that we both dating sugar daddies. So basically, after moving in with Jada, I started
How much you getting?
I'm sorry?
How much are you getting? Sugar daddy, by definition, mean they're giving sugar out.
Defendant Jada Laverne is being sued by her former roommate, who claims Jada called the police on him and falsely accused him of pulling a knife on her.
Why don't you give me your version of the knifing issue?
Well, basically, I told Jada that I was going to be moving out, and she wanted me to move out immediately. So that's when the police were called the first time.
Because you said, I'm not leaving immediately, I'm not
correct,
prepared.
Sir. And so the police came, and, I didn't get arrested. They didn't want to arrest me. Instead, he suggested that I leave for a night, chill out, and then return with a clear head, which I did. When I came back, I walked into my apartment with one of my friends because I just didn't feel comfortable by myself there anymore. So now I'm sitting in my room with my friend getting ready for the night, and in walks this thug. And he's just intimidating. I'm like, I don't even know who this guy is. And he says, I need you to get out right now, or else I'm going to do what I got hired to come here to do. I left, and then we had an agreement that I would come back the next day to retrieve my property, at which point she hands me a restraining order herself. I tried to contact Jada multiple times.
The knife.
Oh, there was no knife, sir. That was
that's
false
something
accusation.
she's lying about, you're saying. Okay, let me hear from you about this knife you're referring to.
My friend Nikki, it's her and I on the lease. Jimmy only paid $300 in rent, and then we paid the rest, which...
How much was the total?
$3,600. So she said that Jimmy pulled a knife on her. She called the cops, and that was that. I mean, I was in my room the whole time.
Okay, so you don't know.
No.
Let me get to the property you're suing about. You left?
Okay,
you say
so
again?
I left, Your Honor. And
to
then,
avoid confrontation.
Yes. And, you know, it took me many times to try to retrieve my property that was still in the house.
How many about? Approximately.
I actually went one time with a police officer after I had gotten a call from one of my friends.
So why didn't you get it all when you went with the police?
Well, I went there, and they told me that Jada had put my property outside, which wasn't even a fraction of my property. It was literally out on the patio.
This is you with the police
unsecured.
with you.
That's correct, sir. It was literally, some of my property was left on the patio unsecured, and the doors were locked. I couldn't come into the apartment because when they did hire that thug to come and threaten me out, he did take my keys, and at one point even took my phone and prevented me from calling the police that same night. So I gave her one more chance, so I went again with the police, and at which point the police did recommend that I take her to court because there was not anything that they could do, or there wasn't anything that the leasing office can do because they couldn't get involved.
And you were a resident, so...
That's correct, sir.
All right.
And the light bill was in my name, and so was the cable bill.
Okay. And your property was stolen and or ruined?
That's correct, sir. And also it was
what do you have there?
Withheld from me. I have...
Regarding your property?
I have text messages of me trying to get my things back from Jada. Then I also have some pictures
you have a list
of my
the property? You have, you have
pictures of the
pictures?
property and receipts.
All right. Ma'am, what do you want to tell me about this?
It was just being, I feel like, spiteful and dramatic. And when he left, I went home and visited Louisiana to my family's house. And I had my friend put his things on the balcony. As far as his makeup kit, that I never knew Jimmy to have a job being a makeup artist. The whole 4 months that we were friends.
Well, he didn't have to have a job to be a makeup artist. I didn't hear him say that. He's got his makeup is well done today for himself. Maybe it was his makeup for himself.
Well, I'm a certified makeup artist. I also have my certificate.
Okay.
And then I also have some of my work is on there.
All right.
He's suing me because he says he couldn't work. He says he couldn't work without his makeup kit, and that's what he's doing.
If he's a makeup artist, he can't work without a makeup kit.
No, but he never had a job being a makeup artist.
He has a certificate, and he says he has. This is sharp.
Thank you, Your Honor.
If your kit did this type of work, you had a heck of a makeup kit. That is outstanding.
That's one of my clients.
Okay. Yeah, ma'am. He's showing me clients and everything.
He says he couldn't work without his makeup kit, and that's what he's doing.
If he's a makeup artist, he can't work without a makeup kit.
No, but he never had a job being a makeup artist.
He has a certificate, and he says he has. This is sharp.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Defendant Jada Laverne is being sued by her former roommate, who claims Jada called the police on him and falsely accused him of pulling a knife on her.
What's the defense? Is that he's not a makeup artist? That's your only defense?
No, it's that
you told someone to do it. What else?
I put his things outside. I shouldn't owe him for those things.
Yeah, a lot of people don't understand the law in that regard. In this case, he was a tenant. As a tenant, remember you told me $300 a month? So as a tenant, you have to get a court order to set someone's things out, whether they're your roommate, your tenant, or otherwise. Yeah, he can say he's going to move, but that doesn't mean you can immediately throw his things out. You can't touch his things without his permission. You can't throw them out. That's a lesson you're going to have to learn today. You can't throw folks' stuff out on the whim of an argument. So you're going to have to pay for everything that he's missing and that is damaged. I mean, he may not have had $5,000 worth of stuff. It looks like it. And the level of professionalism that it appears and skill level that he has, it appears it might be about that. But my point is, There's nothing you could have done with his property, and when you do, you have to pay for everything that the person claims. But you do say you have receipts, so I'll at least look at a couple of receipts.
Those were.
But okay, a printer, custom neon sign. You had that? No, you don't. Oh, okay, and prosthetic breasts. You ever wear those or see them rather?
Yes, I saw those.
Okay, well, no one he coming here flat today. Go man his stuff back. Go get you some more, man. 5,000 is your judgment. Have a good day.
He was dramatic. I had to get him out, and he wouldn't leave.